If you're going through a breakup, it's gonna be okay. And there is no set time that it takes to heal. And I come to the realization that I didn't really have time to process the breakup. Feel your feelings. Feel your emotions. Be one with them. Hey, it's your girl Star. How are you doing? Welcome to my channel. Okay, so today's topic, I know I'm like bubbly right now, but today's topic is about me getting over my breakup. I don't know, I guess this is the season, y'all, okay, to where everyone is like breaking up, or this is like the season where you really know if your relationship is gonna make it or break it. And unfortunately, mine broke. It's been about a month, and I don't know really like the stages of grieving, but I will say that I'm a little hurt. He broke up with me like November 19th. It was on a Sunday, and I remember it so vividly. We were living with each other. We were together for about 2 years and 8 months, and March 6th would have been our 3rd year together. Our 3rd year, y'all. So you can just imagine my surprise of like, okay, you're breaking up with me? I'm confused. Like, I really thought that he was my forever. Like, I really believed that he was like my soulmate, like my guy, you know? And then just to find out that it's over. And honestly, I still wake up some days and thinking like this is like unbelievable, and I'm in disbelief, and this cannot be real. But it is my reality, and it is very much real. But anyway, I just want to say that if you're currently going through a breakup, it is not the end of you. We broke up like a month ago, and it's still fresh. And the way he broke up with me, y'all, he broke up with me over the phone, bro. He broke up with me over the phone, bro. He said, "This is not working out. I'm done with you." Huh? What? Like, and you know, you question yourself, you question how did it lead to this, you question like why right now, what's going on. And personally, me, I don't make big deals of things. Like, I feel like anything can be repaired, other than cheating and abuse. I feel like anything other than that can like be repaired, you know what I mean? So it's like, y'all, listen, if my camera goes in and out of focus, I'm so sorry. It's not really the face you need to see, it's the words that are coming out of my mouth. So as long as you can hear me, that's all really that matters. But I'm sorry if it's like going in and out. Okay, I just feel like anything can be like repaired, other than, you know, like if you cheat on me or you're, you know, abusing me. But I just feel like there was none of that involved. So I don't understand like why, what's going on, why is this happening, you know what I mean? And it really took me a minute. And of course I blamed myself for probably the first week, and I just could not understand. And that whole week was really a blur. And I come to the realization that I didn't really have time to process the breakup. Like, I was just on go, because the thing is this. He broke up with me on the 19th, right? Which was a Sunday. We were just looking at apartments maybe that Friday. So what was that? 19, 18, 7, on the 17th. Because our lease is up on the 23rd of November, right? So I'm like, okay, we're looking for apartments, everything like that. So it's like everything was so fine. We were looking for apartments. We found a good apartment. We even applied to the apartment, y'all. Literally, we applied to the apartment. Everything was fine. And so it's just so crazy how all of a sudden now you just up and you leave. Like, that's so weird to me. And I just, to this day, I promise you, it's gonna be a mystery, because I just do not understand just why. And I can't even understand or comprehend just like, why? Like, why? You know? He left. He packed all his stuff, like, damn near in the middle of the night, and just left me. He just up and left. And so that week was just hard because he broke up with me, and I had to be out of the apartment on the 23rd, y'all. So, I mean, you're talking about couches, dressers, kitchen appliances, dishes, the food, clothing, laundry, the bed, the mattresses, the TV's mounted on the wall. I had to do all of that by myself. This dude just up and he left me. And I was like, why would someone do that? How could someone do that? And it's like, we've been together for almost 3 years, and we've been living with each other. Like, we were in the same apartment with each other. Like, how could you just up and leave me like that? And so now I'm like, what can I do, right? Because I'm like, okay, well, I can't qualify for an apartment by myself. Like, you have to make 3 times the rent. Y'all know it's rough out here. And you had to make like $5,000. I don't know about y'all, but me, I am not making $5,000 a month yet. Not right now. So I'm like, damn. So I can't get the apartment that I wanted. Can't really get an apartment because I don't have like the deposit and all that saved up at right now. Where am I going to live? Where's all my stuff going to go? How am I going to transport it? I need boxes, I need tape, I need all this stuff, and I had to do all that by myself. So you're talking about Sunday, the breakup happened, and I was crying and I was stressing. I think on Monday, I was just like really sobbing around. But then later that day, I had to get my shit together because I'm like, okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have to start packing. Like, I have to really pack. And I mean, if y'all ever moved, you know it's not like just a 1, 2, 3 process. It's like every little small thing to the largest thing has to be packed and taken out of here. And I'm just like, okay, I can't really just sit here and mope. I have to get all this together because I have to go. And like on Thursday, I have to be out, you know, and the 23rd was Thanksgiving. So I really had to be out like Wednesday. I don't know how I did it, but thank God for my parents. Shout out to y'all. I just say all that to say that if you're going through a breakup, it's important to process it. Because fast forward a month, we got the final bill for the apartment, and I had to call him. And I literally like refused to do so because in that whole month, I have not heard a word from him. All he did was called me, broke up with me. I did not hear from him since, right? And so the letter or the bill comes to me. It's like $500. I literally do not have that. Like, maybe half, but not 500. And it's like our apartment. And he just up and left me. So I had to call him and tell him that, hey, we have this. Let me tell you how the conversation went. And listen, I don't know what I thought I was going to get, but I just thought I was going to get a little something. So, I mean, ring, ring, okay. Yo. Oh, hey. So, I just wanted to reach out and let you know that the apartment sent us our final bill, and it's like $500. Okay. Anything else? I like, you know, how do you want to pay it? Don't worry about it. Okay. Then he says, yeah, I don't really got nothing to say. I'm like, no, how are you? No, I really have nothing to say to you. Click. The way he was acting towards me, you would have thought I would have cheated on him, got pregnant by another dude, sleeping around, you know, did like some really just toxic behavior when I was literally the best girlfriend to him. And I don't take that lightly. Like, I literally did, like, I took care of him. And not, like, in a sense of, like, his emotions. Like, he can confide in me. He could be vulnerable. like we do fun activities, we had fun memories, fun experiences, and all this other stuff, right? So can you imagine just to be with someone and do all that for like 2 years just to have them turn off their heart like that? And I'll tell you, that's a dangerous person. Somebody that can turn off their heart on and off, dangerous AF. Stay away, okay? But it just really made me so sad. Like, once he hung up on me for the second time, like, no, how are you? Nothing. Not even a freaking apology. Like, you talk about you don't have anything to say. The least you could have said is, hey, you know what, Star? It's been a month since we last spoke, and I've done some self-reflecting. And honestly, what I did was a move. I'm an asshole, you know, like, I'm so sorry for leaving you like that. I'm sorry for, just leaving and breaking up with you over the phone and making you move out the apartment all by yourself and didn't even offer to give any help or anything like that. I'm so, so sorry. He could have said anything, but to just walk away from everything and just say, oh yeah, whatever. And then I call you about the bill and you're like, don't worry about it. What does that mean? We have not spoken, and apparently we're not going to if you ain't got nothing to say to me. And you can't even apologize for your actions? And you gonna tell me you don't have nothing to say to me? Seems as though you could say something. It seems as though you could say a little something. Like, I don't understand. So, I was so utterly confused by that. And it made me so upset. Like, why? How could someone act like this? Why would someone act like this? Like, for what reasoning are you acting like this? Like, there is literally no reason why an individual should treat someone like this. Like, and so immediately after that call, I started to freaking cry because so many thoughts are going through my head. Like, how has my life changed in the matter of a month? I really loved him. We were together for so long and we had so many different unique experiences together and memories, and he just up and left me. And then the fact that he has nothing to say to me. He was like my best friend, y'all. Like, so now you have nothing to say to me. You don't want to talk to me. It's been a month. You never reached out to me. You don't want to apologize to me. You treat me like I'm, I guess, nothing anymore. And it's like, why? Like why? What was the reason? What was the point? What was the purpose in doing all of this? Like, I just feel like I got played these past 2 years or so. It's like, if it was going to end like this, what was even the reason of getting with you? And I'm just questioning myself, like, what could I have done differently? And I hate that we always blame ourselves. If you're going through a breakup, it's going to be okay. And there is no set time that it takes to heal. Like, it's not like, oh, a month after a breakup, it's gonna be all good. Like, I know I seem like I'm fine right now, but there are some times at night where I'm just like, wow, thinking of memories, thinking of our past experiences together, thinking about the night we met, thinking about what led up to this, and there's some denial in there. There's some guilt. There's some anger, frustration. Just like, oh man, F him. I hate him. I like this, that, and the third. And, you realize that that's not going to get you anywhere, honestly. In all honesty, that's not going to get you anywhere. Feel your feelings. Feel your emotions. Be one with them. And, a lot of people... Well, when I say a lot of people, I meant like probably one or two. But, they're like, oh, the best way to get over one man is to get under another. Listen, they're like, get on your city girl shit, your hot girl shit. And I'm like, listen, I get you. I got you. Now, will I, start dating again? Sure. But right now, a month later, it's just not for me. So it's important to process your breakup, because everything happened all at once with me, right? Like, I got broken up with, had to up and leave the apartment because, the lease was up. I had to move. Where am I going to stay? Where am I going to put my things? And then I was also dealing with job loss, income loss. So it's just like all these things were on me, on my shoulders. And I felt the weight of the world on me. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Then also I had to deal with the heartbreak. It's like, damn. You know how, like, boom, 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 damn. It's like, can I get a fucking break? And that's really how I felt. I just felt like, why is everything happening? Because honestly, I do feel that since July, it's just been like boom, 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 boom. And then, boom. God would not give you anything you cannot bear. And everything you go through is for a purpose, it's for a reason, and it's to make you stronger. And I know that sounds like, yeah. But listen. Like, you see how a month ago I was devastated. Like, this felt like the ultimate betrayal for me. And now I'm here laughing, I'm smiling, and I feel okay. You know, I feel okay. I feel good, you know, because now I'm starting to look at it from the outside looking inward. And it's like, wow, you know, I was in a relationship. It didn't work out. We were together for 2 years and 8 months, and he dumped me. But that's okay. I'm gonna be okay. And guess what? You're gonna be okay too. Whoever broke your heart, okay? Whatever heartbreak you are going through, we are gonna make it out of this. And we are going to see the other side. And there's light at the end of the tunnel. Being in a relationship with someone and then also living with them, it's like you know them, you know, and they know you, you know. I was 110% myself, my actual being, and my living in my own self, my own uniqueness. And I was so myself around him. And you know how hard that is? I mean, how rare it is to find someone that you can be your just true, authentic self around, you know, without judgment. And it's like, wow, he really was my best friend, my one and only best friend. And so, like, I think the breakup, you know, it hurts because he was my boyfriend, but it hurts worse because he was my best friend. We could talk about literally anything, and I feel that I lost my best friend. Because if I could go back to the night we met, and I knew that it was going to end like this, I wouldn't even have been in a relationship with him. I just would have kept him as my best friend. Because I value our friendship. Because, you know, like when you're friends with someone versus you're in a relationship with them, it's different. You know, like, example, let's say we're living with each other and we haven't really spent time with each other, but he wants to play games. He wants to be on his PS5 and play games on a Saturday all day. But me, I want to go out. And I want to have, you know, fun. I want to create new memories with him, you know. If he was my friend, weren't living with each other, I'd be like, oh, okay, you know, I'll just catch you on the flip side, you know. Just let me know when you're free, whatever. But when you're my boyfriend, it's like, okay, but babe, I want to spend time with you. I want to be with you, you know. And so I just feel like the experiences that we had, we could have had those whether we were in a relationship or not. You know, that's what I mean. And if I knew that this is how things were going to end, I would not even had proceeded to be his girlfriend. I would have just said, you know, how about we just wait or just be friends? Because we met in March 2021, right? So let's say we just stayed friends. And we stayed friends up until this point. Our relationship, when we finally got together, probably would have been so much better. Or I would have felt that he was like just supposed to be a friend. Like, I look at you like a bro. I know it's weird, but you know what I mean. You know, and I think that maybe that just would have been for the best because, again, now I lost my best friend. And it's like knowing he doesn't even want to talk to me and he has nothing to say to me and I did nothing wrong to him. Like, no lying, cheating, sleeping around, like, nothing like that, right? And I was, like, the best girlfriend. My definition of being a good girlfriend, I was that to him. And it's all gone. And so now I have to step back, do a lot of self-reflecting, and wonder what's next. Because being with him for those almost 3 years, it's like, which is bad, you know, we kind of forget about ourselves when we're with someone. And that is not good, and that is not okay. And we should not do that. Do not do that, okay? And I felt that a lot of things that I wanted to do, if he didn't want to do it, I wouldn't do it, you know? And I kind of didn't, I don't like that I did that. And so now I am living for myself, you know? It's only me now. I don't have a boyfriend. I am completely single, you know? And all the friends that I did have, we're just no longer talking. We're no longer friends. Not because I had a boyfriend, or not because, you know, I was like one of those, oh, I got a man, I don't need no friends. Nothing like that. You know, I just think that this year has been like a tornado. Like, 2023 has came in my life and just flipped it a little bit. Like, you know? And I kind of do feel that, like, any relationship that I had, I kind of just lost. Any friend that I had, I kind of lost. Or we just became distant. And I don't know if it's just time for growth or just new people. Maybe I've outgrown people. Maybe people have outgrown me. I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next step. I'm ready to meet new people, and I'm ready to get to know who Star is, right? Because if I was with him since 2021, I've evolved. You know? I met him when I was 22. Y'all, I'm 25 right now, right? I'm a different person than I was when I was 22. Now that I say it, I'm a different person than who I was when I was 22 years old. I'm not the same person. I'm pausing because I'm reflecting. Like, wow, I'm really not the same person. And neither are you. You are not the same person that you were 2021, maybe even the beginning of this year. You've done a lot of growth. And give yourself some credit. Give yourself some credit. Growth. That's all you can do. Grow. Not to anyone else's standards, but to your own. Whatever you define as growth. Like, we've grown. As people, we've grown apart from people. And that's okay. And if you're going through heartbreak like I am, I believe that this is a time for self-reflection and self-realization. The fact of knowing that you may feel that they took a part of you with them and they kind of just crushed it into pieces. And you're kind of, I don't want to say stuck, but you feel like you're stuck with someone that you don't know. And I mean, like, inward, because if I met him when I was 22 and I've evolved and I've grown within the relationship, and I honestly forgot to cater to myself completely, maybe I was just doing a little bit, but I forgot to cater to myself completely. Now I'm like, who am I without your being around me? Who am I without you? Who was I with you? Where do I go from here? What do I do now? What happens now? Who am I right here, right now, within this moment? We're getting to know ourselves again. Like, you've changed so much since being with that person. And regardless, even if you think it's a little, it's still growth nonetheless. And you might think that it might be like a step back because, you know, the person that you were in love with broke your heart and you're going through this devastating breakup. where you're going in life, they can't go, or they're not willing to go, or they're not ready to go, and they were gonna hold you back anyway, right? And it's kind of like breakups are inevitable. Like, if someone is already thinking that they don't want you around and they're going to break up with you, it was going to happen regardless. You know, whether it was like today, tomorrow, a year from now, why even hold on to it? Like, let go of that dead weight. Like, if they were going to do it and they did it already, they were going to do it anyway. That's the thing. And that's what I think about my own. Like, he was going to do it regardless. So what was even the reason? Like, from 22 to 25. Well, I don't really know about 25 because he broke up with me 2 weeks after my birthday. Conveniently. So I would say maybe like 22 to 24. Because it's like, maybe like all 22, all of 23, all of 24, right? How many more years do you want to lose or waste with someone that does not 100% want you, need you around? How many more years are you going to want to waste? Because it's like, again, if I knew it was going to end like this, I would have not even been in a relationship with him. And then you think about, wow, so if I didn't get in a relationship with him, where would my life be now? It's kind of like some people literally are only distractions, and they're sent to throw you off. Literal. Like, those 3 years, although the memories were great and the experience were fun, fantastic, and then there were some not so good experiences and moments, it's kind of like I went through all of that just to end up heartbroken. What was the point? I don't know about you, but like, when I am dating, I'm dating because I'm believing you're my forever, and because I'm hoping that it'll lead to marriage, family, just this power couple type of vibe, you know what I mean? Because I'm not just dating just to date, you know, like 3 years is a long time for me. I mean, like 22 to 24, like that's a long time. So I'm like not really understanding. I felt that my time was wasted, but that's here nor there, because it's okay. We're here now, and though through the heartache, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And you need to start focusing on yourself now. Think about how far you've come. Who were you when you first met them, and who are you now? What are your goals in life? What is your purpose? Do some self-reflecting. Think about the pros and the cons of the relationship, and then take that and draw out what you liked, what you didn't like. And then if you'd like, you can also talk about setting more boundaries for the next person. What will you accept? What won't you accept, right? Just do a lot of self-reflecting on the relationship, yourself. What more do you want out of a relationship? What don't you like? What did you like? What do you expect from yourself now, right? Because now that you're single, all that love you were giving them, you can give back to yourself, okay? All that time you were giving them and investing in them, you can give it back to yourself. You have more time for you now. Make the most of it. Now, granted, the tears are okay, right? Let those feelings be. Feel your feelings. Feel your emotions. Be as one with them, but don't get stuck within them. Do not get stuck. We are going to cry our eyes out, you know, oh, woe is me, why? And then we are going to pick ourselves up and continue down the path. I think it's better to think of it as like a highway, right? And there are all these different exits. And you're in your car. You're in your car. And you're driving. And they were your passenger. And then, you know, in the back seat is all your hopes, all your dreams, all your purpose, all that momentum that you had, all the motivation that you had, all the things you wanted to do. Like how I was saying, I wanted to do stuff, but if he didn't want to do it, I just didn't do it. You know, like all that was in the back seat, right? And then he says, let me off on this exit. What? I thought we were driving. I thought we were going. Like, life is a highway. I thought we were rocking and rolling with each other. Like, I thought we were riding until the wheels fall off. Let me off on this exit. Okay. So, you stop. They get out your car. And they get off on that exit. They get in their own car. And they're off and they're on their own way. And they're moving on to get onto another highway. That's their own life, right? Meanwhile, you're in your car. You can't go back. And you can't get off on any exits, okay? You have to continue going straight. But at each exit, someone can come on or someone can leave. But regardless, you're going straight. Now guess what? There's no one in this passenger seat anymore. And all the things that you love to do, all the purposes, all the motivation you had, you put them in the back seat to make room for them in the front. So guess what we're going to do? Take all that we dismissed from ourselves and we're going to put them right here in the front seat. That's what you need to do. Make yourself your priority again, okay? Make yourself your priority again. If you don't know what you like, don't know what you don't like, try everything. Shoot, try tennis, do a pottery class, go to a painting class, go try Pilates. Just the most random things. Look and see if there's a class near you. Free or cheap, whatever. See what the community's doing. It can be the most random things. Go walk in the park. Literally, join a karate club, taekwondo, okay, the adult league, join a bowling league. Try a little bit of everything, right? And just do it for a moment, do it for a season, okay? Do it, complete it. If you like it, do it again. If not, say, oh, I tried it, wasn't my thing. We're gonna move on and try the next thing. This is what life is about. Trying new things. So I know this heartbreak, it's getting you down, you feel bad, I get it. But don't stay there. It's time to live for you. Singleness does not suck. I know there's like a lot of hate behind singleness because everyone wants to find their person. And I'm gonna tell you something. Everyone wants to find their person. Everybody wants to be in a relationship. Everybody's like looking on, the social media and saying, oh, well, oh my gosh, it's so nice. It's so sweet. I wish I was like them. But I'll tell you something. A couple things. Singleness does not mean you are alone. Singleness is a time for self-reflection. Singleness does not mean you will never meet your person. Singleness is giving you time for yourself, for self-reflection, so that when your single person arrives, you are completely ready. Right? To where all the stuff that you put in the back seat, you know that you've mastered and completed. And then now it's all within you. So now you're able to accept a passenger in your car. Right? and you're able to move on down the road because you know that you are complete and secure within yourself, right? Singleness is not a curse. Say it with me. Singleness is not a curse. It's not. I know that's what a lot of people think, but now you can live for you. You don't have to ask. You don't have to worry. Now you can live for you. As we're going into the new year, breakups are okay. They're inevitable and they're going to happen. But regardless who stays or who leaves, you always have to remain true to yourself, right? You need to set those boundaries, find out what you will accept, what you won't accept. Then also clarify to yourself, who were you before? Who were you when you met them? Who were you during? And who are you now? That's like the most important. And I mean, I'm a visual person, so even if I have to like take my journal right here and write down all of my thoughts and write down what I just said and just come to the conclusion of who I am, and this is who I am right now, and this is what I want out of life, and this is my purpose, and this is what I'm going for, and all that. Because guess what? My ex leaving me is not going to change anything, right? Like, I mean, yeah, my heart is a little, I'm a little sad, you know. I'm a little hurt, devastated, betrayed, frustrated. But then also I feel like a relief. Like, woosah, like, wow, here I am. And I think it's kind of crazy how he broke up with me 2 weeks after my birthday, right? So it's like, wow, I have my 25 to myself. Like, I'm going to regain myself, you know? Like, I'm going to get to know myself more. Take me out, you know? We were so worried about, oh, they need to buy me flowers, they need to take me out, they need to romance me. No, do it for yourself, okay? Do it for yourself. Buy yourself flowers, okay? I can buy myself flowers. Right, buy yourself flowers, okay? Wine and dine yourself. Like, even if it's not wine and dine, take yourself to the movies. Take yourself bowling. Take yourself for a walk. Do all these things for self. Feed into yourself. Pour into yourself. Because it's kind of like we're pouring into our partner. But then when it's time for them to do the pouring, it's like, or they skimp out like, eh. It's like, dang. But you're like this, and they're like, nah. Now guess what? I don't need to do that to them. I'm doing it to myself, and I'm gonna pour into myself, okay? I'm pouring into myself now. I don't have to beg anyone to do anything for me. Oh, babe, why don't we go out? Not even like, no expensive stuff or anything like that, but I mean just go out as far as like, spend time. Go downtown and just walk and talk. It was the simple things that I honestly cared about. It's the simple things that honestly meant the most to me. And when somebody complains about the simple things, it's kind of like, okay, I guess. And so we're just like dealing with it. Like, oh, well, they don't want to buy me flowers. They don't want to take me out. Or even though I do the same thing to them, they don't want to give it back. They don't want to go on a walk. They don't want to do this. Or you have to it's like they don't ever plan anything. You're always the one planning. That's how I felt. Like I was always planning stuff. They never planned anything. Guess what? I'm going to tell you this. Then I'm going to wrap it up. He said he wanted to go to Rolling Loud. He always wanted to go to Rolling Loud, right? Guess what I did? This past Rolling Loud in Miami, I planned it out. And that's how much I wanted to make him happy and like see him smile. He always wanted to go to Rolling Loud. I bought us both tickets to surprise him, And then I got the hotel and everything, right? Then I told him we're going to Rolling Loud. We're going to Miami. We got the car and we went down there, right? I said that because it's like I'm always planning stuff. And I just never understood like why don't I get that same thing reciprocated? It's okay. all in all, you are an amazing person. And if they left you, that should tell you all you need to know. Literal. That's all you need to know. If they left, then let them be. Let them go. So my camera died and I had no other battery. And then also it's the next day. So my bad. So let's move on. Let this be your last day crying about them, and let this be your first day smiling for yourself. Breakups are hard, and mine has like really been hard. Even though you're feeling pain right now, it does get better. Like, your pain right now is not going to be eternal, and it's not going to be always. I literally promise you. Because again, like in November, it hurt so bad. I cried myself to sleep that whole night. But then also, like, I could not process or digest my breakup because I had to hurry up and move out of my apartment and then find out where I was going, where's my stuff going, storage, moving, the U-Haul, like all of this different stuff had to be done in the span of 3 days, literally. And then Thanksgiving was right there that Thursday. Process and digest the breakup first, period. Know that how you feel right now is not how you're gonna feel forever. You ever heard of how, like, oh, you know, this time next year or a couple years from now, whatever, you're not even gonna remember their last name? And honestly, that might be so, but you know, don't let that be the only reason you want to get over the breakup, that you just want to hate them. You know, you don't want to spread any hateful vibes or negative energy. I guess just process the fact that, you know what, yeah, it's over and it's done, and let this chapter be closed. That's just the end of an era. That's just the end of a chapter. And now it's time to focus on you. Focus on yourself. It's time to look within. All the lost time, I suppose, or all the time you gave to them, all the love you gave to them, all the money that was spent on them, etc., etc. Now, all of that's going back to you. And again, singleness is not a curse. Being single is not a curse. Think of this as a moment that you can heal, repair, recover, right? You can reach all the goals that you've wanted to this whole entire time. And now this is your time to do all of that with no distractions, right? With no lingering drama, no situationship, no entanglement, no toxic energy, like nothing. Like, this is your time to yourself. Singleness is not a curse. And guess what? Singleness is not forever, unless you want to be single forever. You know, it's up to you. But at the end of the day, everything is your choice. I would say another thing that you should do is, like me, I love going to the beach. Maybe like a week or two after the breakup, I went to the beach. I went to the beach. Then I had my journal. And I was probably like one of the first people on the beach, honestly. It was really no one next to me, right? So it was just me, the ocean, and my feet in the sand with my journal. And I literally just decompressed from head to toe. And I literally spoke out loud and say, I'm releasing all of this energy. I'm ready to move on to another chapter. I journaled about what I was going through, what I felt at that particular moment. I journaled about, you know, woe is me, why is this happening to me, you know, I can't believe this is happening to me. And then I journaled about how I'm going to continue to move forward with or without him, but just how I'm going to move forward, and what does that look like? What does looking forward look like to you? What does that mean to you? Right? Now, when someone says, okay, this is my next steps, okay, like after the breakup, you know, I always wanted to go back to school. I always wanted to find a new career. I always wanted to start this job. I always wanted to get this new certificate, etc., etc. Oh, I wanted to learn how to cook. bake, Pilates hobby. I've always wanted to do just these different things, right? And this is the time to do it. Remember how we were saying how pick up different classes? This is your time to do it. And you know what? Guess what? I realized. Like I was saying, how if he did not want to do something, then I just somehow did not want to do it either. Guess what? There's no one here to tell you no anymore. There's no one here that you have to wait for, right? There's no one here that you have to say, oh, well, you know, if they don't want to do it, I can't do it. No. If you want to do it, you go on Google and you look, okay, when is the next Pilates class near me? Okay, here, oh, they're doing a free intro session. Okay, boom, bam, bam. Let me call them up and schedule that, and I'm gonna go. Little stuff like that you need to do for you. You need to feed your soul, right? You were pouring into them, they did not pour into you, or they only did like a little splash, and so now it's time for you to pour into yourself now. All that pouring you were doing to somebody else, and guess what? They up and they left you. And guess what? That's exactly how I feel. Just pouring, doing all this good stuff, being a great girlfriend, this, that, and the third, and he upped and left me. So guess what? Now it's time for me to give all that good energy, all those good vibes, etc. back to myself. Why not? And if you don't pour into yourself, who's going to do it? Because obviously your ex isn't, the partner you had isn't. So you need to do it for yourself. And this is the time. This is the time. I would highly suggest documenting. Literally. Documenting how you feel. Have a diary, a journal, what have you. You need one, and write out those thoughts. I would highly suggest talking to someone. And if you don't want to talk to anyone, this is a way out as far as like journaling. You know, venting, just let everything out and let everything go. Like how I said, when I went to the beach, I just let everything go, and I was journaling, and I felt so relaxed, and I felt so at ease, and I felt so at peace after doing that, because I was on the beach, one of my favorite places. I was writing in my journal, getting everything off of me, and I was just woosah, releasing all of that energy. And honestly, I feel so good. I feel absolutely amazing, right? And honestly, these are just some of the first steps, right? Like, obviously, not everything is going to be like better overnight per se, but guess what? Every day is a day to step in the right direction. And the right direction is what you make it. It's what you want it to be. No one else's. Right? So whatever you want to do for you, whatever you want to start for you, today is the day to start it. Do not let anyone stop you from living. Don't let anyone allow you to be stuck. Because guess what? You're over here worried about the relationship and what it could have been, what it should have been. You're blaming yourself, talking about if you would have done stuff differently, then you probably wouldn't be in this predicament. But guess what? It's just time, because if it didn't happen now, it was going to happen eventually. That's first. And all the energy that you're giving them, they're probably not even thinking about you or worried about you. And honestly, if they could have done this as far as breaking up with you, they have probably moved on, or they're in the process of moving on with someone else. So guess what? We're pouting, we're worried, we're crying and all that other stuff, worried about somebody that doesn't even give a about us. And you did all the right things to make them feel good. You were the best partner you could be, and they still left. So honestly, to the left with them, okay? Because you deserve so much more than someone that's going to repeat a pattern of breaking your heart, breaking your spirit, and making you cry. You deserve so much more than that. You are so much better than that. And honestly, knowing that you're watching this right now, you are exactly where you need to be. Wherever you want to go in life and whatever your next step is, I do wish you the best and I wish you well. And there will be no more tears and no more crying. Not for that person. Now, I understand that life has its obstacles and it may get a little rough and hard. I understand crying about that, but we're not crying over that person anymore. Today is going to be the last day we cry. And it is literally going to be the first day that you step into you, your purpose, moving on and living life for you. Okay? I'm just so excited, like, for you. I'm excited for me. I'm excited and proud of us because I know that it's been a long journey, but we're going to get there. And we're going to do amazing things with our lives. Whether somebody wants to stay with us or up and ditch us and leave us, okay? We're still going to remain true and authentic to ourselves. And that's all that matters. Literally, that is all that matters. You're doing great, sweetie. You are doing absolutely phenomenal. You're doing all that you can. And that's all that matters. Baby steps will be a big step, okay? As long as you're waking up every day and giving it all, that's all that is asked of you. And that's all that's required of you. Live life for yourself and be your best self. And guess what? I know this was about heartbreak and breaking up and all that other stuff, but let it be a testimony. Let this be a testimony. Like, yeah, I got dumped. I got left. But guess what? I'm still here. I'm still standing. And I'm living more for me and not for anyone else. I'm living for me now. And if it took them leaving me, well, I'm glad they did. Okay? So I hope y'all really listen to me. I hope you understand me. We understand each other, honestly. I just want you to know that you're going to be okay. Like, let this moment be the last moment of sadness and negative energy and negative vibes. Like, let this be the last day that you are unsure. Let this be the last day that you have any bad vibes, negative energy, negative self-talk, like anything like that. Let this be the last day you cry over that ex-partner. Let this be the last day of any of that. I want you to know that you're bigger than this. You're bigger than your problems. You're bigger than your obstacles. You're bigger than what you're going through. And I want you to know that we are going to be okay. We are going to be okay. Okay? I know this probably isn't the conventional, like, I don't know what someone would say during a breakup, but I just wanted it to be known that I was so sad like a month ago, but I'm smiling, I'm laughing, I'm happy. I am still living because guess what? I live for myself no matter who's around me, no matter who I'm with, who I'm dating, no matter what friends I have, what friends I've lost, what relationships I've lost. Like, I still live for me, and you need to live for you too. I get that they were like a big part of your world. Trust me, my ex was a part of my world too. We were living with each other, but that's no more. So you need to find out how you can cultivate a life apart from them. And it starts today and it starts now. Welcome to a brand new chapter. Welcome to a brand new chapter of yourself. It's time to reinvent. It's time to change the way you think, change who you are, and reinvent yourself. Like, today is the day. Delay no more. Procrastinate no more. Okay? Heartbreak is sad and it sucks and I get it. cry about it, feel those emotions. But one day you're going to stop crying, and that is the day that you're going to be ready to move on and move forward and think about you and what it is time for you to do. And think about who you are, what's changed, what do you want for yourself? You know, what does the next year look like? We're going into 2024. You know, what does that look like for you? What do you want it to be? And I say, journal, get a piece of paper, write out your goals, your dreams. What do you want? I've even made a vision board, and I made it like, you know, electronic, and I made it my like screensaver. I don't know, it just has like different things. You know, I want to travel. I like the money. You know, I'm going to graduate soon. You know, I'd love to do some designer shopping. My dream car. And you know what? It also says that this empire is not going to build itself. And that's so true. Wealth, riches, your dream car, your dream vacation, the things that you want to own, your dream house, your dream career. Nothing is going to happen without you putting some hard work and effort into it. So all that energy that we're giving to our exes, no more. I'm going to put that energy into getting some money, okay? Put that energy into planning my dream vacation, how to get it, where do I want to go, building my empire, starting my business, being that entrepreneur. Like, anything that I want to happen for myself, it's going to happen, and it's going to take work. And we need to decide where our energy truly belongs and what's going to give us the most results that we would want in our lives. And begging for your ex, crying over your ex, worried about your ex, period, or even if it's negative vibes or just sadness or whatever, they're not coming back. And if they are, you can't spin the block on me. Like the way you left me and dumped me and tried to do a little something and you're upset that it did not work, joke's on you, because you ain't about to spin the block on me. But that's just me. You know your relationship more than I do, obviously, and I know my relationship, and I know ain't no spinning the block, okay? You had me crying, you ghosted me, you deleted me, all this other stuff, blocked me, or however you know is happening with you. Do not let them think that they have one up on you, and don't let them think that they could treat you this way. Why would you even want somebody like that back in your life? Think about it. So none of that. All the energy that we have, we are going to give it to ourselves from this day forward, okay? Heartbreak is inevitable. It's going to happen to the best of us, and that's okay. But how you deal with it is on you and for you, okay? I'm going to close out this video. I know it's long, but I just wanted to get everything out. And I know it took 2 days to record it, but I don't care. I wanted to tell you everything that I want you to know. And I want you to hear me and I want you to listen. I want you to journal, okay? I want you to do everything that you can to get your mind off of it, okay? Listen to me. Replay this video. Rewind it if you heard a gem. Drop a comment. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how you feel. Like this video. And subscribe, okay? We are going to go through this journey together, okay? I got you. You got me? Okay? Listen, stay tuned for my next video, okay? And y'all are going to see me grow. Like, yeah, this breakup was tough, but guess what? I'm on my hustle, I'm on my grind, and I'm ready to get to the bag, okay? Okay? All right, I hope I made you smile, okay? I really hope you feel good. I really hope you're having a good day, and I really hope everything works out for you. Get to journaling, writing those goals, manifest your life, and I promise you good things are going to happen. When you focus on you, everything will fall into place. I literally promise, okay? Today is the day to focus on you and do all that you want to do and focus on your life and creating a better life. Anything you've ever want to do, today is the day to start it, okay? All right, y'all. I love you. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day, and bump these exes, okay? Bye, y'all.